Wow.
Crossing my fingers.
Oh boy. Here we go, people. The grade. Oh man.
The grade.
So as we're warming up. Oh, I'm live. ZCL. Eric's live. Zwift Insider. Gabby's live. Over on Twitch on her channel. We're warming up with Coco. And we are all on test accounts right now. So if you want to find us in game, or you see us in game, you'll see we have special accounts just so that we don't have any special leaks or anything. We're also on a special build. So this is a build that if you see any glitches or anything, we're not quite to a full release yet. So just as a heads up, everybody. So for those that haven't seen the announcement about the grade, what is the grade? It is a segment over on the coast that goes up the backside of Watopia. So the new coastal expansion, they added this section that's essentially just a straight up wall. It's got a lot of Eric, they said Patagonia style look is what the word that was kept being used there. But
I could see that.
yeah, you think?
The first half is straight, and then it flattens out for just a second, and then it turns into switchbacks for the second half.
Like mountainous region instead of that.
And that second half kind of feels Patagonia-ish because there's a lot of waterfalls, a lot of llamas.
Some llamas? Lots of llamas.
Yeah.
Lots of llamas. Yeah. Shane was saying he had regret on this video. If you guys haven't checked out Shane Miller, GP Llamas video yet, make sure to do so. He went and did his FTP test yesterday. It looked like he snuck it in before a plane ride, from what I hear.
Yeah.
He went out a little too hot, it sounded like. Pacing strategy. Gabby, how are you feeling today, Gabby? Gabby and I went out for a 5-hour bike training ride for peak power 5 hour, actually on Sunday. So 2 days ago. My legs are feeling pretty good, but she had already had a pretty good of, you're coming off a 25 hour week, I think, or something. So
yeah, for sure, still it. It's even hard hanging up, but hanging on with the Coco pacer right now. So let's see. The pacing strategy will be surviving however much we can do and not be dropped.
So you're just trying to hang. I don't know. I thought I was hanging on to your wheel. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. What about you, Eric? What's your strategy?
So I'm going to shoot to hold 320 front at the beginning and kind of reevaluate maybe around the halfway mark. And if I got any more left, I'll bump it up. But I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what I'm going to be able to hold. My fitness has been a bit wacky lately.
When's the last time you did a test? I haven't done an FTP test in like a year, I think. Like, it's been a long time.
Trying to think of when it was. I know I did an FTP test at the end of my Build Me Up training program, which was about a year ago. I don't know if I've done one on Zwift since. So, yeah, I'm not sure.
All right, so this is interesting. One other thing, like a lot of people who have done FTP tests in the past are gonna be thinking, wait a second, 20 minutes to 1 hour is usually what we do, or ramp test. There's some of these shorter ones that try and figure out how to do it, but this is a very different proposition from anything I've ever seen before. Here, and like they've taken 700,000 different activities from Zwifters and figured out a special algorithm to create essentially an FTP estimation off of the power curve on the segment is what it sounds like, Eric, if I'm understanding that right.
They took the results of 700,000 FTP tests on Zwift and plotted a power curve from that says, hey, if your 8-minute power is, well, it's like a percentage power curve, basically. So it says at 12 minutes, you're going to be at, say 90% of your FTP. At 20 minutes, you're going to be at 94% of your FTP. And those are just made up numbers by me. Don't quote me. But that's the idea, is it's a curve that says, given a power estimate at any point between, say, 8 and 30 minutes on this curve, we can estimate FTP based on that.
So my
So for instance,
go ahead, Eric.
your 20-minute, like we all know that typically people say 95% of your 20-minute power is your FTP. So the curve says that essentially, although actually interestingly, it's not quite 95%, but that's the idea, is you can look at your best average power for 20 minutes and estimate your FTP based on that. But it might be 11 minutes. If you're a super, super strong rider, you could do this climb in 11. I'll probably be 15, 16, I don't know.
Yeah, so that brings up two things I'm thinking about my pacing strategy. Is like, I've done a lot of FTP tests. I haven't done one in a while, but like I used to use Watopia Mountain, and I feel like they were like, okay, well, the mountain is daunting, and like, but a lot of people like to have the resistance and something to fight against in a segment to like go after, right? And so that's why I would use Watopia Mountain. And so it's essentially like, but I would always be right around the 20-minute mark. So it's interesting now, it shortens it up. But I think this is going to get more out of me. I honestly think, because it's a segment and I'm not like pacing based off of a time. I'm just racing myself to the top. You know, I know John Mayfield, we've heard him even say himself that he's increased his FTP over and over and over again, actually. So like, I wonder if the way that this is going about it with chasing harder, I mean, there's the other side of that, is like, you keep increasing things and then you're like, oh man, my workouts are getting really hard. But that's like, you're setting things up as best as you can, I guess, too. But it's interesting. It's going to get more out of me, I think, because I'm going to be racing to the top of a segment, and not just pacing on a time frame, which can have like, I feel like the time frame is it can be more random variable in some ways, where like I'm trying to make guesses about things, whereas like you're still kind of guessing on a segment, but you kind of know it a little more. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, I kind of knew how to attack the mountain after I'd done it so many times. And I feel like you can kind of do something similar here after you get a set use of it. What also I think is cool is like, you have a place to go, and there's going to be all these people like going up this same segment. They might not be going for FTP or whatever, but like, you know that this is the place for it. You know what I mean? So you have this like communal feel around like, do your best. What did you get? What's your grade? We all took the test, you know?
Yeah, and I think just having a leaderboard is going to help it be competitive. It also has it breaks it into 10 segments. So you can see your PR, you can see your average power, that sort of stuff across the 10 segments. So I think all those things will help with pacing and help with motivation.
Totally. Well, I'm pretty much done with my warm-up. I think everybody's probably like, come on, guys, we came here for some suffering. We want to see the FTP test. So we just warmed up with Coco. Oh, man. Here we go. All right, so
are we doing this?
We're doing this. Yep, we're going to log out. We're going to head on over to... Save this up. I got a bunch of achievements because I'm on a test account. You said your test account has every achievement in the world, though.
Yeah, so I've got my main bot as my test account, which I think was the first probably non-Zwift HQ account to reach level 100, because I had it running day and night to unlock all the stuff so I could document it.
So quickly,
yeah,
everybody,
that's my test account.
Real quickly, oh hell no! This is the one. When you get the update, the update's dropping on what is the dates? 11th through the 13th, right?
Yeah, this next Tuesday,
Next
a week from
Tuesday,
today.
week from today, everybody. So when you do get in a week from today, today's June 4th for those watching later, 2024. Oh hell no is what you're gonna jump into and start the ride if you want to do this. We warmed up with Coco for a little while, probably a half-hour warm-up or so. Legs are nice and good to go. Couple little efforts, but it just so you know, you guys, it puts you right down into it. So real quick before we get going, predictions on FTP numbers. Let's hear it from chats. Let's hear it from each of us. Gabby, do you want to predict what you're gonna do up the hill? I mean, okay, there's an FTP number which you get on the score, but there's also the number that's average at the top, and it takes a percentage of that average. So it's going to be lower than the number that you actually see on screen. So everybody, just so you know, you'll see your average like a lap power at the top of the screen. And on the left, it's broken up into segments of 10 segments total. I think each one of them are like, I don't know, is it like
357 meters.
357 meters for each one of them, but each one of them takes a little bit longer depending on the gradient. So you'll see that on the side, so you can kind of pace each section. It's pretty cool. It's a cool setup, similar to Zwift. But Gabby, what are you thinking for your?
Well, I definitely said before, I'm not setting a new FTP today. I'm glad if I can do some threshold work here, but we'll see if maybe like 250.
250?
My FTP is 280, so like I will have to push 300 all the way to.
Ooh, if she pushes 300, I'm not beating my wife today, I don't think.
I don't think that's gonna happen today, but we're gonna go. But
yeah.
The legs are pretty heavy.
What were you thinking for your prediction, Eric?
Well, I'm shooting for 320 to average at least that. So I don't know. My actual FTP result, what I'm hoping I'll get is somewhere between 300 and 310. I think that's realistic.
Chat says 480 for Gabby, 380 for Nate.
480.
I don't know, guys. Like 335 was my FTP on my other account from a long time ago. I have not been training. We'll see. I mean, I'm just gonna shoot for 320 of an FTP. Maybe I'll average around 330, 340. We'll see though. It'll be interesting, but I might be in really good shape.
I want to
actually.
add that
we'll see.
I set my test account's FTP to 250 watts. So no matter how badly I do, I'm going to get confetti at the end.
All right, I'm at the bottom of the hill. Here we go.
Okay, let's see. I got a quick start ride.
We're going into heavy breathing mode, everybody. So this is more about the experience. We'll see what kind of chatting we can do. Another thing just to be aware of, everyone, is shifting. It'll be interesting. We'll do a debrief after for sure, but we'll see how this goes, how long we can talk for. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's go.
Who just did 11 watts per kilogram? What the heck? No pacing for Nathan. Oh, man. Okay. Now I gotta settle in. That might have been a little much. Hoo-ah.
I wish all the segments were as easy as the first one.
Right? Ouch.
Should be a 10-minute test. But then it gets steeper.
Here comes Gabby. Ah.
I have 50% candidate for you.
Yes, David, Gabby is a beast. There's the tram.
Okay, four.
Chase harder, babe. Motivation. Not get caught by my wife.
Here comes the little flat bit. You got a downshift. Keep your power up. This is the turnoff to the new side road. Now we're out of the city into the countryside. Keep my power up. Icy roads.
Ah! 335. Couldn't be more spot on. Ugh. Ugh. Rick! Go, Gabs. Good job. Ah. 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 Ah.
Thanks, YouTube chat.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for the encouragement.
Good job, Gabby. Come on, Gabby. Good job. Let's see what's hers? She's live on Twitch right now, guys. Let's see what her score is. Good job. 287, nice. 11:45, 46, 250. Your prediction was perfect. Oh, she's so done. She's like, I'm not talking to you right now. Oh, man. Oh, let's just chill here. We'll ride down together. Chill, chill. Oh. Ooh. Come on, Eric. Hello, everybody. Cheer Eric on. Woo-hoo. Oh. We can get some nice views at the top spots. I don't think there's a Yeti up here, though. Oh, frick, dude.
Come on, Eric. What you doing? I want to say.
Look at them fire socks kicking off. All the way. This is it, man. You can see the finish line just around the corner. Oh. Woo! Let's see what Eric's stream's saying about his. Oh, boy. There he is. Ooh. I'm getting a commercial. Why are you giving me commercials, Eric? Come on! To the top! Ooh.
Come on, Eric. That's what it's doing. You got this. Come on.
I'll get a little bit of delay on his actual, but fine. I want to see what he gets. Good job, man. Good job. 4.6, come on, 4.6 minimum. Up, 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 up. Woo! 335 average. He's averaging my FTP. Look at this guy. Gotta beat my FTP, Eric. That's the deal. 336, there it is. Come on. You're average to the top. He's gonna go sub 14, maybe? Can he do it in 30 seconds? Ah! Oh my gosh. Ooh, 337. Look at this guy. He's going so, oh, ETA 1403, 1402. Oh my God. Come on. He's so done. Oh my God. He just crossed. Nice job. I want to see. I'm watching your YouTube to see what the average actually is here. What does he get? He gets. Boom. 302. Yeah. Nice.
302.
I see you push the button to take a screenshot. That's hilarious. Oh man, nice. So good. All right, you guys want to roll down together? Let's see here. Which way we gotta go? Ciudad Le Crumbre, is that it, right?
Yeah, just go straight. Don't steer.
Well, it like swapped
take
on
us-
me for some reason. I don't know why, but I got it.
Oh man.
Dude, okay, so you hit that point. I remember on Watopia Mountain, where did I have that feather the whole time? I better not have. It'd be so
No.
bad. Okay, good. Where like it's kind of like you hit the castle, like right where you're like, oh, I really have to go to the top, but like, and you're right there, and then you have to just push through to the. I don't know. That's my feeling. I'd much rather do that for an FTP test than anything else, honestly.
Yeah, it didn't feel super long. I feel like the time passed fast, which is nice. Oh boy. Yeah, my average power was higher than I thought I'd get.
Yeah, you ended up
I don't know what it
339,
was.
I think. 339,
339 or so.
something like that.
But my detected FTP was only 302, which kind of hurts my heart a little. But hey, it was that's in the range that I thought it would be.
Dude, the
so
harder you go, the more the percentage comes off. So
I
like,
know that's what kills you.
So
The
like,
faster you do it.
I'm like, oh look, I'm almost doing 390 watts. 335. Oh yeah. I mean, it was right. That's my FTP. Like that's as right as it could get. So. Holy crap.
Thanks everybody for watching on YouTube. I was reading your comments even though I wasn't responding.
I wasn't reading a thing.
Oh man.
I wasn't reading anything.
To me the first half felt pretty easy. But then I ratcheted up after that flat bit, I tried to go up to about 340 instead of 320.
I gotta say,
So
real quick, this descent is pretty freaking cool, actually. Like, I don't know, like, you see how it S-turns? I don't think we have anything like this on Zwift, where you do these long sweeping S-turns.
Yeah, it's true. They're big enough that they feel like you're going at a realistic speed,
Yeah.
even though you're bombing it.
It isn't like
Yeah,
it isn't like
kinda
out
cool.
the Zwift where you have these really sharp switchbacks. Like,
Yeah.
this is cool. I want to do this just to go up and down this freaking road, dude. Huh. Sorry for interrupting you. Go ahead, Eric.
That's fine. I don't even know what I was saying. I guess. Oh, I was saying the first half, I felt really good after when I hit this flat spot right here. Which meant I might have started a little bit too easy, shooting for 320. But I know I didn't have anything left at the end. So I think this test, just looking at the gradient, this test gets a little harder as you go. Like the steepest part of it's at the very end.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to save a little to hammer on the finish, but
with
maybe
time
that's not the
frames
best
like
strategy.
this, I feel like it's just gonna feel the same no matter what. You know
Yeah,
what I
it
mean?
might
Like
be.
I always think that, but then in like 5 to 12-minute efforts, like I always feel like I'm going like it's the end of the world no matter what. Like it's kind of like so. I don't know. Like
yeah.
So people are saying so predictions for best times. I got like a 10. What was my time? 10, 17, 10 something. I didn't know what to shoot for. Like 10 minutes, I think something. Somebody says that there's gonna be a sub 8 minute out there. Ed Laverick doing.
If you're a sub
8.
So I tested this with a bot.
Okay.
And I will tell you that if you're a sub 8, you need to check your power meter. Because that's 8 watts per kilo.
Whoa, 8 watts
For
per
the
kilo?
climb.
I don't think there's anybody like Tade's not doing 8 watts per kilo, dude. Like
No.
Is that you? Did we just pass you? Is there somebody else hanging out down there?
I think I'm just ahead of you guys.
I think someone else is hanging out down there.
I had the advantage on the downhill as usual.
Oh man. So for
David Hoffmeyer has great faith in me. He says I could do it again with a more even split and do 345.
340.
Thank you, David, for your faith.
If you went out a little harder, maybe is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I think that's what he's. I actually thought, here's one strategy that I didn't use this time, but I was considering, what if you just turn trainer difficulty down to 0, and then you don't have to worry about shifting to match the gradient.
Yeah.
You can just be in whatever gear you want. I mean, that's how the FTP test works, in erg mode.
Yeah, totally.
So that is a strategy if you don't want to be affected by the road's pitch. But it wasn't too bad. It was pretty steady. It's just that little middle bit, and then the very top.
Gabby, how did you feel about your the way you paced it? Like, how would you pace it differently, or what do you think about pacing it?
I was surprised actually that I was able to like sit down and keep a really, really good rhythm. And I had my trainer difficulty at 50% though, because I have a little trouble with my gear and it's sometimes too hard or I can't really shift much. So the 50% was just right. And I mean, if I want to set my real FTP, then I would have to push probably average 20 watts more, which I know I can, but today I was surprised and it was actually pretty fun. I think the length of the segment is pretty cool. Like it's not too like torturous long, but it's like long enough that you have to like have some endurance on top of it too. So it was fun.
What do you think about it for racing?
Oh, that it depends on how long the race is. But I mean, with that on the finish after a race, or I don't know, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. I think this would be a really interesting one for racing for sure, or even like halfway up. There is a turn up there about halfway or a little less than halfway too. Just do this first part, but that'd be maybe a cool one as well. My pacing, I just went super hard at the start. I really liked just going somewhat hard at the front, and then like in a 20-minute, you can't do that. But in this effort, I think you can settle in a little bit more, and you don't pay as much for that load of the lactate up front. At least that was my experience. I also I actually took this semi seriously and took sodium bicarbonate before this, so maybe I just didn't feel it as much because I had extra buffering going on. But,
I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't rub some PR lotion into my legs. So I'm right there with you.
Well, this is good, dude. Well, hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll put you over on ZCL. We'll get you back to the Monster Mash music in just a second here with a goodbye. But this is releasing next Tuesday. It'll be with your game version 1.67. Be on the lookout for it. I fully expect to see everybody posting their FTP scores at the top and celebrating each other on. Maybe we'll do something fun like this again as a group FTP or something, and everybody can tell each other their scores in the future. That'd be a lot of fun. Eric, thanks for setting this up, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Good times.
All right. See you, everybody. Peace.